So let me share the page first. You are live. Hey, God. Ash, you see the picture? You have to change the design, man, because the headline is being covered by the live and the viewers. Okay, so Ash, please read the private chat. Oh, yeah. Try to change the headline that's a bit lower. All right, we're building up the crowd today. Very exciting day, very busy day. We're gonna do some posting and then we can start immediately.
Yes.
I can't see the live yet though. Where do I see the live?
You can go to the Sales Ninja page. Then you refresh, you're able to see. So it's there. So let me share it on my own page.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start very soon. Just posting on our page to ensure that more viewers are aware that this event already started.
Yes.
And the challenge is we have to actually find it on our wall. Okay, so who is here? Who has seen Hanzo before? Who is the first time here? So if you are first time here, seeing live either by Hanzo or In Tune, can you type number 1? And if you are already here a couple of times, just press number 2. So let's see who we have now. Where's the video? Oh, I know. Let me just search the page. Today, important topic. We're gonna do cost cutting topic. So you have friends that have not cost cut. It's time for them to come in to see how are they going to cut some costs.
Yeah, I was just talking to a lady just now, having a lot of headache trying to figure out where and how to cut costs.
I mean, many businesses right now is in cost cutting, but they don't know how to cut the costs. And yeah, I mean, a lot of mechanics to think of. And today we have partnership with In Tune. Sales Ninja is a sales specialist.
Yeah.
And we do sales performance improvement for you to get sales, for you to change. And In Tune is a specialist in cutting costs and manpower consultation. So if you're thinking of cutting costs, you're in the right place today. And if you are cutting costs and your friend is cutting costs, you have to get all of them here as fast as possible, because we are about to begin the session for today. After I share my page, which I still got some internet problem, cannot find the video. Yeah, the page don't show up on my phone. Internet issue. So we're building up the crowd today. We actually start officially at 2 p.m. Yeah, so those of you are already early. You can just chill for a moment while we build the crowd at 2. So we start at 2. Don't have to worry. I can see the page already. How many interested to cut costs? If you're interested to cut costs and you're cutting costs and you don't know what to cut, please type the word cut. Cut, C-U-T, cut.
Cut 3 times.
Also, what have you cut? And then later Hanzo is going to tell you, besides cut, how to grow. How to get you must cut, you must also grow.
Because you cannot be just cutting. And even though you cut the cost, whether it's manpower, whether it's on hiring or machineries, you cut, but you still have cash to last how many months? So In Tune will teach you today how many months can you last with your current cash flow. And if you don't have an answer today, you're going to get the answer today. And after you cut, you still need to change, you see. You cannot be relying just on cutting. You also need to change. For example, if you are a salesperson, so you want to earn more money, right? You want to have more surplus, and let's say you are earning 5,000 a month. you can cut all your expenses. But if you don't change yourself, you're not gonna earn more. So you gotta cut and you also gotta change. Very important.
Yeah. So it's already 2. Let's start. I'll share a bit about me. My name is Alex. I'm a business entrepreneur and I'm also a qualified accountant. I'm from Australia. I co-founded In Tune with Lily here. She's also my wife. And we specialize on finance and HR outsourcing to serve SMEs. So for those of you who have headache with numbers, we have headaches with HR, we are the main person that you should be looking at. And I'll be your moderator today, and it's truly a most challenging time. Now, let me first introduce our panel for today, and they'll tell you roughly what to do. Let's begin with Grandmaster Hanzo. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself, Grandmaster?
All right, I'm a sales consultant, sales trainer, and sales coach. I have 2 businesses. Both of them are in corporate training. And COVID-19 has affected my business a lot. In fact, has destroyed a few 100,000 of my contracts. And all this caused me to change. So if you have lost business, if you have sales going down, or you have 0 sales, it's time to change. So a quick story is, in 9 days, I launched a new business model. And in 12 days, I generated my first sales. And 1 month later, I have enough sales and cash to pay all my staff salary. So it is possible if you change. So we have a partner today. I'm going to talk about change, and our partner is going to talk about cut. You still need to cut, you know. But you must know where to cut. If not, you start cutting your own hair. You simply cut your own hair. You may not have a very good hairstyle, you see. How to cut and where to cut.
Okay. Next will be Lily. I'll let Lily introduce herself a bit.
Okay, I'm a chartered accountant from Australia as well. Alex and I started In Tune 13 years ago, primarily in the finance and HR outsourcing, serving SMEs. So this is a period where I think accountants got to put their skills to good use to help clients right through this, because we have the skills with the numbers that we can help them with.
And also with some ninja skills. You need some ninja skills too, in order to be able to grab some sales. So we started this series to support all SME business owners over this challenging time. This is our 4th talk. And of course, if you go to Grandmaster's page, he already have more than 10 talks. He's way ahead of any one of us when it comes to doing this. Good job, Grandmaster. Yeah. So please share your live feed. Yeah, if you think you or any of your friends or entrepreneur that could value from what we do in terms of cost cutting, as well as your number cruncher, and as well as ninja sales strategy. Yeah, please share the page. So MCO has been extended to 6 weeks, and Hanzo have a challenge, right? You have a challenge. Would it be extended further?
No need. I win already lah. Already the newspaper published out that PM is going to do announcement today. And you know what happens when PM do announcement?
Ayo.
You know already lah. Sorry, my dear citizens of Malaysia. We have to do this for your own safety. Walao, I just won hundreds of ringgit. For those positive guys who are not looking at the scenario with a practical analysis, thank you for your 10 ringgit, everyone.
So as a business owner, the key area you must focus on the impact of COVID-19, especially on your sales and then on your cost and cash flow, because these are the areas that will tell you whether are you able to generate enough cash flow to run your operation or not, including paying things like rental, salary, loans, and utility now and after MCO beyond. So what do we want you to get at the end of the live feed? We want you to be able to know where and what area you can actually cut costs. And then how has your business changed and how to change, where to change. Hanzo will give you a lot of tips with that. Make sure you get all your notebooks ready. And how can you sell differently? How can you upsell? And how do you remodel yourself? And for us, we can support you in giving you the numbers. How do you know whether your business has sufficient cash flow? We always view a business like a car. If you go inside your, let's say your car, without a dashboard, how do you know how much fuel you have? How do you know whether you can reach Penang or not? And then how much speed do you have? What is the torque of your car? And what are the indicators that will be flashing out if your car has problem? And that's what we specialize in. So with that, without further ado, I'm going to start with Hanzo. He's going to talk about cut. Could you tell us what areas of business owner must come to terms with in terms of what they must take action to cut? And how can you help our fellow SME in cutting?
Thank you for the question. Now, I always share with my clients, there's 3 things you have to do right now in crisis. First is you have to cut because you need cash, you see. So even though companies got a lot of cash, they're still cutting some areas. Second thing is to change. Third thing is to challenge yourself to change and to continue to cut. Give you one example. I have a very large client. They got hundreds of staff in their company. And this is a huge company. And actually, they wanted to cut some of the staff away because none of the business is in operation. But they never do that. They actually delayed the decision for a month. And right now, they lost a lot of money. We're talking about 7 figures kind of money. In terms of business revenue loss, and cost is still there. You can't actually fire anybody. You can't not pay anybody. And therefore, 1 month later, they decide to chop off 100 people. So it's a painful decision. That's why you need to challenge yourself to change. So one of the things that people have to cut is manpower because it's not a choice. Some people are cutting working hours. Some people are cutting pays. Some people are cutting. I have cut all OTs, allowances, and commissions. And I also cut my own salary to 0. So just to know that, hey, we are applying what we've learned, man. So it's all about cutting to have the cash to sustain. Now, based on that projection, I can last until year end with 0 business. So I'm very happy. That's why you see me smiling. I have no cash flow problem, you see. My current account is...
Your hair can grow back already like that.
My hair can grow back already. But I have to say, I saw a lot of SME clients cannot even last 2 to 3 months in cash flow. Yeah. I think that's where you can help them out. How long can you actually last? And what is the plan you need to have to ensure that you can actually last 3 months to 6 months, and how do you boost the change? I just have a very quick survey. How many of you here are actually going through cost cutting right now? If you are going through cost cutting, press 1. If you have not cut anything, you're like, I don't need to cut, my business is very good, then press 2. So let's see how many people is going through cost cutting right now. Okay, if you are cost cutting, press 1. If you are not cost cutting, business as usual, because you are a bread manufacturer or something, then press 2, okay? So how many cutting costs? Cutting costs, press 1. Comment in 1. If you're not cost cutting, press 2. How many is cutting costs? So Kenneth Carter is cutting costs. Richard as well, cutting costs. Yeah, me as well, Hanzo Ng. Let me just write 1 there also.
Yeah, we also cutting costs. Everyone cutting costs.
Yeah, man. So you see Timothy, Shani, Getson, Naya, Wu, Sales Ninja, which I actually typed myself. I also went to cut costs as well. Mohammed, Kyrie, Kiran, Joey, Jetson. So all of us are in cost cutting mode, right? Anne Mary, welcome back, Anne Mary. Ryan, wow, so many.
Yeah, I see quite a few of our In Tune clients here as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have cut your costs, but now it's time to change. That's where I come in.
Yes, that's right. Sometimes cut until nowhere to cut already. Then change also important, like you say, and grow. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, a lot of things to cut. So I mentioned about manpower cutting. A lot of clients are of mine cutting new hiring, cutting new machineries, cutting upgrades. What else to cut? Cut stocks also. Cut off the stocks.
Rental. Yeah, we have one client that after our first live feed, immediately he went back, he called the landlord, he got 30% rental cut for 6 months.
Yes, negotiate with your landlord because they don't need to pay loan. So you can negotiate that.
Not only they don't need to pay loan, now the IRB is allowing it, if they cut minimum 30%, they actually get a tax deduction. So for them, they actually get a tax saving on top of they have nothing to lose basically. Yeah, so these are some of the strategy that they can cut. Should I go into some of the number crunching? Okay.
Sure. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now you know what to cut, but how do you cut? How many of you here want to know how much cash can last you for the next 3 months? So In Tune is going to reveal a secret to you. This is their secret weapon. But today I brought my audience here. And I want you to see this template. This template is what SMEs is dying to get, So take a look. How are you going to put in the numbers and how much cash you're going to need to survive for the X amount of months? So it's a very, very, very interesting template. Let In Tune show you guys, okay?
Okay. So the most important number to run your business. So let me know, those of you out there, do you know what is the most important number to run your business? Is it cash? Is it sales? Is it cost? Is it GP? Yeah, type in your comment. And then if you know the most important number, you may just win a prize.
Most important number, what do you think to calculate? Is it your cost? Is it your margin? Is it your debt service ratios? What is it? Come, take a guess.
Net profit. Let's see if anyone know. We have all business owner outside there.
So N says cash.
Cash flow. Okay, GP.
Gross profits. Okay.
Yeah. Michael said GP. Richard said cash. Daphne said cash. Naya said cash. Everyone talk about cash. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that's not your most important number if you want to run a business. Yes, you must have cash. It talk about the fuel, but it doesn't really talk about your car, isn't it? So you want to know in terms of your car, the most important number is actually your break-even point. Break-even point means no gain, no lose. Whatever you do, whatever cash you collect back is enough to pay, and you are right at the line where you can just breathe. That's the minimum. So if you are break even, you know for sure that your business are able to run. Okay. So in this chart here, if you see from here, it's actually a break even analysis. It talk about business as usual before MCO happened. Generally, this company have a general GP margin of 20% and an average sales of $500,000 a month with a fixed cost of 80,000. So that will bring you, if everything goes well, you're going to make 280,000 at the end of the year. Okay. So basically the company is healthy. Now what will happen because of MCO? Let's look what happened because of MCO.
Wow,
Okay.
MCO business.
MCO come. Yeah, like what Hanzo said, some say they don't do anything. They say life is okay, don't worry, nothing changes. So they don't change anything. And then, but what happened in reality in terms of sales? March, I'm assuming half sales gone. Then April, no sales. And God knows with May coming, whatever the Prime Minister going to announce, this figure may be another monster. So with that, we are predicting a 30% drop in sales in GP. With that alone, you can see before he's running at GP of 20%, his break-even point is 400,000. Means if he do 400,000 a month, he will be ngam ho. Just nice to break even. No gain, no loss. He collect everything, he pay everything. He will be able to sleep at night and keep his hair. Now, after MCO, if you do nothing, the cost is still the same, but GP has dropped. As a result, he needs to actually sell more. He needs to sell 570,000 a month in order to survive. And if we do nothing and the sales continue to fall, he's going to make a loss, 260,000 by end of the year. Okay, and this is when nothing is being done. So this is the part that Hanzo say is very scary. If you do nothing, the loss is tremendous, and by end of the year, it could be bankrupt, or that's where the business go into a very, very bad position. Okay, so let's go to the next one. If they actually start to cut something, some of you may have done some rental cut. Some of you may have done some rental overhead cut. And as a result, with a part optimization, you will see that the break-even point reduced a bit, but because the big chunk of his cost for this person is salary, he has not handled the salary part. He still needs to sell $500,000 a month in order to survive. But his loss reduced to 160. So with this, it gives you an indication of where to cut. And when you cut, what is the impact of the cutting and how would it affect your business? Now let's take holistically. This one is really, he challenged himself. He go all out, change, and he cut, including salary. He take a net, everything 30%, cut. Because market drop 30, he needs to cut everything by 30%. He ngam ho can breathe, and this is where he's breathing, is breaking even. So with all these cuts, you see the total fixed cost has dropped from 80 to 56. Although the GP has dropped from 20 to 14%, and if he can the break-even point is maintained, he is now just breaking even. So this will give you an indicator of where to cut, how to cut, how much, what to cut, and how much to cut. So And then, of course, if you can get some tips from Grandmaster Hanzo today, your sales don't actually drop by 30%. It actually only dropped by 10%. And with the sales booster, you can see that this company, he has done 30% cost cutting, and yet he can reduce the impact of the sales. The drop is only by 10%. You can see his break-even point because he reduced the cost. Although the GP dropped by only 10%, he needs to sell only 300,000 to break even. And if he maintain that, you can see that if he consistently still do the 360, he can still make a profit of 164 by end of the year. So what does it mean? Let me put in a summary sheet for you so that you can see. Okay, business as usual, nothing happened. One month you do about 500,000 sale, normal GP, that's your break even. So to calculate break even, you take your total fixed cost, divide by your margin. That is how you get your break even point. Okay, and that will give you an accumulated profit of 280. MCO come, no cost cutting, sales drop, margin drop, break even point increase, and you're going to make a loss of 260. When you start to take action, partly cutting costs, you will see your figure goes to 161. And when you really cut, you really change, you really challenge, and you cut 30%, and then you also reduce everything by 30%, you break even. And when you're able to evolve your sales model and your business, you change and you grow your business to a different direction. That's where you notice that you can still make profit in this challenging time. And that is what cost cutting is all about. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So the most important question you need to ask is, what actions do you need to take right now? Of course, the hardest one is always employment. Salary is always the biggest challenge. Nobody like to cut salary. Nobody like to retrench. So in terms of the current moment, the biggest challenge for every business owner is actually to do employment optimization analysis. So with In Tune, we have a 3-step approach that we work with our clients. So step 1 is a temporary short-term pay optimization. So you can work with your staff in terms of temporary reduced hour, like what Hanzo said. And then you have an unpaid leave or a pay reduction program with a temporary closure of business, or work 4 days a week or 3 days a week. That will be step 1. And with that, you can go to step 2. If the cut is not reaching the optimization that you need, then that's where you might want to work on a medium-term pay cut, maybe a 12-month pay cut, and then we re-optimize back the business. And of course, if that's still not enough, that's where the retrenchment optimization program come in, where we do mutual separation scheme or voluntary separation scheme or a last in, first out. So that would be retrenchment. That would be always the last case scenario that we want to work with business owners. Okay. So what do we have? Inter-advisory, we can provide you the cost and benefit simulation. We can work with you in terms of how the staff taking employment wage subsidy. How does that look like? Those that needs to take the unpaid leave program can go for the ERP program. How does it look like? With that, what is your risk? How do you do it in a way that is the code of the industrial harmony so that you don't get into trouble? Today, I spoke to a business owner. He told me, wow, his business friend, very kang ho, just go send out an email, cut 50% salary like that. I said, well, when the office open, when they go to labor office, then we see who will suffer more lah. So there is a way you can do it properly, or there's a way that you do it, the gangster style. So with us, we are working with you through a whole series where we want to do it properly, and we guarantee you a minimum 10 times saving on the fee that you are paying us. Okay. So that's a bit about cutting. You know where you need to cut already. So if you need this service, you can always type in the comment EE, then we will come and talk to you. Just type EE, then we know you're looking at employment cost cutting measure. So now we cut already. Of course, next is growth and change. Hanzo, how do you turn the business around?
Before that, I got some questions for you, right? Yeah. And also there are also some questions here. And yeah, we know we need to cut, but then something scary, like what Kenneth cut. What if certain industry affected has dropped to 0 sales?
Yeah.
So if there's 0 sales, what happens is your cash runs out.
0 sales. What we can do is we can work with that in terms of temporary shutting down of the business. So what we are doing is we will then work out a program where the owner will need to speak to all the staff to temporarily cease operation. So during that time, they will need to work out a program with the employee. For example, one of our clients, what they do is a manufacturing. They actually close the business, but what they do, minimal lifeline. They tell the workers, we will give you a roof to stay, we will feed you. So means they actually cut by 80 to 90%. But if someone like Kenneth say the sales is zero for the rest of the 6 months, then it's a different approach. Means you totally need to close down business already. If it's a temporary because of MCO, they cannot operate, then we need to do a temporary closure measure.
Okay. Or I will share with you some strategies that you can earn money during COVID-19. And I have clients where their companies are closed, everything. There are some strategies that you can use, and that's where my part comes in. But if you have really zero sales, you're gonna change fast, you know. And I also like what Alex said about the gangster style. You know, the boss just simply cut 50% with no financial analysis whatsoever. And this is very typical small business owners style, or even medium SMEs. So don't do it, guys. You can't just simply do it because you think, hey, we don't have business, and therefore I'll just simply cut everybody's salary to have the cash. You got to go through the right procedure, the right process, and professionals can help you do so. I have another client. It's a small business. He's doing. You only need to work 2 days a week instead of 5 days. So that is actually agreed by the employees, and not just send out an email and says, hey, you guys don't need to come to work, you know, just work 2 days because I have no money to pay you guys. I have 500,000 I haven't collected. So when you do this kind of thing, you have to have consent from the employees that they are here on the same boat with you to fight, you see. Leadership skills. Okay. So it's a guaranteed savings. So these guys are financial experts, and they are there to help you save and cut. My job is to help you save and sell, okay? And that's where I'm going to take over some. So Alex, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, question for you.
During this time, how do you turn around the business and generate sales? Yeah, because it's always the front line.
So far, during MCO until today, there are 255 different companies in my coaching program model change their mindset to ensure that they are able to get sales during MCO. So there are many types of business, whether it's a project sales environment, construction where the contract is being all, there are retailers that is offline brick and mortar but don't have online facilities. There are also clients that is retail but they have online facilities. We have exhibition companies coming to ask us, how do we run our MICE business? MICE, for those who are not in the world of MICE, is meeting, incentive, conventions and exhibitions. So I got tour agencies coming to ask me. We are tourists. We are online travel agency. My customers from China. I have zero business. What do I do? So there are tons of questions.
Sorry, Hanzo.
Now, a quick answer to you is, if you are in a service business, a quick solution is quickly go and sell some products. I got spa business, I got hair salons, I have slimming centers, all in my coaching program. These are the giant chain that's asking me, what do I do? You obviously can't do any facial for anyone right now because of the social distancing. So what do? You switch from service to products temporarily. I have a medical doctor in Singapore as my client right now. Also, same thing. They do aesthetics, pigmentation, acne treatments, but they can't do it right now, right? Unless it's very serious. So what do? Sell products. So how do you sell products? Online, use your phone, do something that can generate some revenue. That is strategy number one. Switching your business model, okay? Now, some of you are giving us feedback that the thing is lagging. So I'm so sorry. I don't know whether it's a Facebook problem or our app problem or our internet problem. But we can't do anything about it. So we'll just proceed, yeah? So bear with the So this is called challenges, just like the crisis. Okay, so strategy number one, change your sales model. Okay, for example, Seng Heng is a famous company that I'm going to use as an example, and their business is brick and mortar, right? Retail shop, shopping mall, and those kind of model. People walk in, you serve, you convert, you join membership, and you do repeat sales. You bring them back again. That is a business model. But because all the retail shop is closed, what do you do? The question is, you change your sales model from retail into what Seng Heng did is they turn all their 1,900 staff into telemarketing.
Oh.
They use the phone to sell, but this is retailer. This is something that they have never done before because they're retailers. They rely on walk-ins, right? But now they are a telemarketing company, so they install apps to track the calls, the dial rates, the conversions, and that is something that you must do right now. Change your sales model, change your business model, or else the virus is going to give you a lot of problems, and we don't want to have problems. So go through the pain of change and not the pain of suffering from the virus. So it's better to go through the pain of change. Pain of change gives you results. The pain of the virus gives you a lot of regrets. So choose the right pain. So that's number one. Okay, change your business model. Don't wait for things to happen. Make things happen. And that's what we do in our coaching programs. Make people make things happen. Okay, and that's number one. Number two, I just want to share two with you right now. To generate sales instantly, besides changing the sales model, is number two, you have to go online. You have to. Okay, no matter what you sell, find a way to go online. Digital marketing is the way to go. So that will be a quick one. You can sell on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google AdWords. You can do all kind of funnel, but you got to sell things online. Whether you're B2B or B2C, it's online. Okay, because the world is going to be very digitized. And if you don't go online, you are dead. I give you one example. Okay, this is a Borneo Post, Sabah. Sorry, it's a Sarawak example. One of my participants, Josh Wee, but right now he's not here. But at 9 p.m. he always show up. He sends me this article and he says, Hanzo, even a guy that sells things in the pasar is selling things online. Now these guys sell what? They sell live chicken. Now Cebu is a Cebu example. Cebu, not Philippine Cebu, but Sarawak Cebu. And this guy used to sell it with the mother in a pasar, sell chicken. But live chicken, maybe orang Cebu love to, sembelih. So they sell live chicken. And because it's MCO, no pasar can open, and he start to just post on the few Facebook group. Hey, I got all this live chicken, and I don't want to keep stocks. Who wants it? And you know what happened? He sold all of them, man. He's now selling more live chicken compared to putting a store in the pasar in Cebu. So my friends, if you are used to bazaar, brick and mortar, you can sell how many people? You are on the mercy of traffic. People come to your store. But online, you have unlimited traffic and crowd, and you gotta know how to do it. So I wanna teach you how to do it at the end of today. Okay. So back to you, In Tune.
Okay. Thank you.
Chicken also can sell online.
Chicken also can sell online. So what excuse do you have for your business not to change? So next, I'll go to Lily. Lily will be our number specialist. So most of our business owner will always find it very mind-boggling. How to calculate this number if you are not accountant, or even you're a businessman. A lot of businessmen, they hate numbers. So we're going to do a live demo of the tools, and Hanzo will help us out here. So in terms of, Lily, why don't you share some of the solutions?
Yes. Okay. When I was working with my clients, right, on how much cash do they have, how long more can they last, I find that it is just so difficult to do it manually. And then I have an idea to actually come up with a model that actually can do instant. I think what now people want is that I want instant solution. I want to do it now. I want to know now what is my break-even point or my cash flow. So I went to talk to one of my clients. Okay, my client actually, my client Simplexify, we actually came up with this. AD came up with this modeling tool that actually we can let our clients know instantly right now. If you do this, what will happen? If you do this, how much cash you have? If you do this, what will happen to your break-even point? So let me show you this instant cash flow tool. Okay, so I would like to take an example, let's say, of a restaurant. Okay, this is normal scenario. So normally this scenario, this restaurant sells 100,000 a month. Okay, we use easy to 100,000 a month. During MCO, cannot dine in or can tap out and deliver. So she said only sell 20,000 in the month of April during this MCO. And the owner says that after MCO, people will still be afraid and social distancing. So business will not go back to normal for the next 6 months. So people will take 6 months. During that time, sales will drop 50%. That means if selling 100,000 normally, will only sell 50,000, and 6 months only can be back to normal. So normally, the food cost is 40%. Yeah, and this is her normal operating expenses. In short, salary 30,000, rental, fixed overhead. So every month her fixed overhead is 50,000. Okay.
Lily, you want to increase the size a bit?
Increase the size. Okay, can. Yeah. Okay, so this is a scenario. Scenario number 1. Yeah. Scenario number 1. So this restaurant, salary 30K, rental 15K, overhead 5K. So every month, whether got business or no business, need to pay 50,000 fixed cost. Okay, and
Wow.
then so and then we are doing the good simulation. What if we cut? Okay? This column is what if we cut. If we cut 30%, our fixed cost will go down to 35,000, and we are going to cut for, let's say, 6 months. Yeah. Okay. Restaurant business. Cash no talk. We call it cash term for restaurant business. So customer pays COD, so 0 days, and supplier, she only pays after 45 days.
Yep.
Today, when she checked her bank account, she got 50,000. This 50,000 cannot cover 1 month fixed cost. So let's look at her scenario. So once I key in this, let's look at what's the scenario. Yeah. Okay.
Increase a bit the screen size.
So if this restaurant doesn't do anything, continue to pay salary, rental, usual, this is what happened to the graph. Yeah. So break-even point, normally 83,000 to break even. Yeah, normally 83,000 to break even. If she doesn't do anything about it, okay, look at the cash. So still got money. Where? She got 50,000 in the bank, still got money.
Yep.
But when come June, no money. July, no money. August, no money. Then before it goes up. So if she doesn't do anything about it, this will be her cash balance. It will go to negative. It will go to 0 by June. It will go to negative by July. If she doesn't do anything about it.
And recovery only can happen in October.
Yes, it only slowly will recover in October. So she said, what if I cut 30%? Will I be able to survive? Okay, let's change the scenario a bit. Okay, if she cut 30%, so it's scenario 2. Look at the graph. It gives instant result. If you cut 30% of the cost, the break-even point dropped from 83K to 58K. Meaning, when I sell 58,000, I can no gain, no loss. Yeah, and at any point in time, my lowest cash balance is 39,000. Lowest is in April. Okay, if you look at the green chart, there isn't a month that this business is going in negative. There isn't a month. So with this instant cash flow modeling, what it can do is that it can generate different situations, because like Hanzo said, we need to cut, but cut how much more? Cut 10% enough more? Cut 30%, is it enough? Yeah. So this modeling tool can give answer right away if we put in the changes. Just let's take a look at it. Just now we say cut 30%, right? What? Let's say we cut just 10%. If we just cut sorry, if you just cut 20%, so what will happen? So if we cut 20%, you look at the graph, it immediately gives you instant results that your cash will not be as much as it used to be. So what do we aim to do is that with this instant cash flow tool, we want to work with business owners, to know where they are immediately, because they are going to ask questions like, okay, if I have 100,000, what will happen? So let's say I don't have 50,000. So all these variables can be changed immediately to give you the results. So at the end of the day, what we want to give our client is a new break-even point. 20%, right? Even becomes 62K. I need to sell 66,000 to at any point in time, the lowest cash I have in a month is 32K. And at the end of the day, we want to give them this information, and we want to give them a P&L. We want to give them a profit and loss month by month from April until December, so that they can decide what to cut, how much to cut, where to cut, and after cutting, survive or not. That is what we aim to do. In addition to the profit and loss, we are also going to give them a cash flow projection. So if you don't like to see graphs, you like to see numbers, we are also going to give you a cash flow projections. So this is what we aim to do with small businesses at the end of the day. Instantly, they know already where they are with this financial modeling. Thank you, and back to you, Alex.
Wow. So like I always say, driving your business is like driving a car. If you don't know your dashboard, you don't know where you can turbo boost, you don't know when you need to add fuel, you don't know when you're running out of fuel, you don't know when to service your car. Very dangerous. So this is why we are offering all these business numbers for you, so you know where are the area you need to cut costs. And if you need to increase in your sales, that is where Hanzo will come in. Hanzo, there were a lot of questions from, how about construction industry? Do you have any tips for people from the construction industry? They cannot do anything. They cannot construct from home. They cannot construct online. What are some of your sales tips that they are asking for them?
Depends whether you're a business owner or a salesperson. How many of you are in business? If you are a business owner, type 1. If you are not in business, type 2. So I'll just see where is the crowd profile, then I'll just give you an answer based on your profile. If you're in business, you have a business, type 1. If you're not in business, type 2. That means if you're a salesperson, sales leader, you are CFO or some kind, you are press 2. But if you're a director, owner of business, press 1. Okay, business owners are tapping first. That's good. So a lot of business guys here. Okay, so I think that's more than enough here. There's like 8 people already type 1. So a lot of business owners here. Okay, good. Some not in business, but it's okay. Your knowledge will be able to contribute to your organization or to your friends.
Teach your boss how to run the business.
Boss don't know. Boss just feeling one. I think should cut 50%. Should be no problem.
Wow, sounds so familiar, Hanzo.
Oh gosh.
So okay, I mean Alex and Lily used to work for Big Fours. So these guys are properly trained to manage numbers. So they don't chin chai do it. It's not like Chinaman business chin chai do. So really have to have real analytics and real competence to do it. Just like me, I used to work for large multinationals in sales before I start my business. So all these give me structure, systems, process, and proper procedures rather than chin chai do things. You can't do it. Right? I used to work for a US $500 million company. So we are global, and therefore it gives me wide exposure. So don't chin chai do. You need to have pro. It's like you have some skin problem, you will see a skin specialist. Your eye starting red color. You don't ask your auntie how to cure your eye. You ask an eye specialist. So if you got financial problem, you ask these guys here, which I partner up as financial specialists. If you have business and sales issue, and that's where I come in. So please ask the right guy. Don't ask friends who are also struggling in business. You see, hey, how you cut costs? The guy said chin chai cut. And you're going to be in big problem. It's like asking a fat guy how to lose weight. Please don't do it, okay? So I get very frustrated because there are a lot of people out there simply giving advice that is not credible. We serve very large companies before COVID-19, and we give good advice to them to make sure they turn around their business. And I got clients in the billion-dollar category. So these guys don't take advice that don't work, you see. And right now, as a small business, what can you do? So there are a mixture of crowd here, some business, not so, some not in business. Okay, that's okay. So there's a question here, right? So any idea how sales online in construction industry? So construction got many kinds. Either you're in project, whether you're engineering, whether you're supplying raw materials, whether you are a supply chain, whether you are the main con, whether you're subcon. So there's so many type of categories here. But in short, generally, it's tougher for your business to just go online, okay, compared to some other industries. So for your kind of business, maybe you're a salesperson or maybe you're a business owner, but I just give you a general answers for now, is you have to go and get new projects, build a pipeline for the future. Go and see the more consultants, because construction industry, if you are main con, you have to deal with consultants, you have to deal with project owners, and you also have to deal with contractors. If you are a contractor, obviously you need the help of the consultant to spec you in so that the building owner is going to agree and reward the projects to them based on your capability. But if you just rely on a few consultants to spec you in, then you're not going to survive, because these consultants, maybe you have limited customers. So you need to spread your wings wider. So that will be a quick answer, okay, for you. Build more relationship with more prospects. So that is one answer. Another question I saw somewhere, where is it?
Something to do.
Oh yeah. How much is the cash flow modeling software? So I'll answer this. If you want to know, please type CF and you take it offline, okay? So it is a very expensive tool. I used to sell software. I have CRM. And these things are not easy to build. Look very easy on the outside, right? But just like you look at a house, a very beautifully designed, but do you know how much work is this for the ID guy to actually build the house? So exactly the same thing. Okay, type CF, and the team will In Tune team will contact you to share with you how to use this tool. It is something that you cannot miss. If you are just relying on your outsourced consultants to advise you, then you have to take it in-house and do it, and or outsource to a real professional, not the freelancer stay at home one, that just do accounts for you. You gotta have real PwC guys or Arthur Anderson guys, or some Big Four guys to help you out. Okay. So what other question? I think I answered some questions here.
Yeah. So Hanzo, what can you offer to help them to change or improve their sales? Some of our viewers here or listeners here, how can they get some value from you in terms of your coaching and training in the next few days?
So I'm very happy because during MCO, I actually generated sales and revenue, and all comes from my online coaching. And I have been serving micro and small medium businesses a lot. So I actually also have a chicken poultry supplier as my business. I have micro businesses. I got an interior design client as well. Very small company, 7 staff kind of companies. So I have all kinds of companies. We have industrial products, we have manufacturers, we have digital marketing companies, all kinds of clients. So what I can do for you guys is I have a coaching session that we sit on one-on-one with you and your team, and we will let you know what is the sales strategy that you can do and how do you generate sales and income right now during COVID-19 without having to pray for stimulus package or CGC approving your loan, and you can survive. So there are many ways for you to generate sales and income. Today, I don't have the time to go through with you because we have another session coming after this, in-house one. And today, just to give you an introduction and give you some hope that this can be tackled. Don't try to do it yourself. Okay? Every world-class athlete have a coach. You need a coach. We are sales coach. These are financial coach. You don't have a coach, you are going to suffer, because it's like even a runner have a team, have a coach, Okay? Basketball players, even your footballer getting 10 million pounds a year, you still have a coach. Okay? And therefore, that's what we can provide to you. I want to give you a free gift today. Okay? Those of you who want to know more about us, today I'm going to reward you for being here. And I'm going to paste a link to you guys. And this is a free ebook. So you can get your free ebook. And all you need to do is just fill up the form. You'll get my Sales Ninja's Ultimate Business Strategy ebook. In there, got many sales tips for you. And when you fill in to get the ebook, my team will also contact you to see if you're interested in our coaching program. They will go through consultation with you first. We don't simply sell stuff. We go through consultation with you. We'll see what's your challenge, whether you want to change your business model or sales strategy, whether you have cash flow issues, whether you want to go online. There are many, many types of business problems that we have solved. So far, it's 255 different companies. And all you need to do is just fill up the form, and we will get in touch with you for some consultation. It's a free consultation. My coaches are going to give you a call and see what is your business problem. Like, for example, questions can be, I have a tourism company, online travel. They ask me, Hanzo, can I still sell my tour and cruise or not right now in COVID-19? These are some questions that we actually get. I also have a project sales environment company, and they're asking questions like, Hanzo, I'm a sales manager. I'm not an owner of the company, but I sign up your coaching because I want to know how to get sales for my team and for my company. So we also have people like that coming into the programs. Another one is my famous story of Desmond, my first client that actually paid by himself. This is a pet store owner, manager, their store manager, and he can't speak English. And he bought my one-on-one private coaching is my most expensive product. You know, group coaching is the more affordable one. But he bought a private coaching one-on-one with me. He bought 30 minutes of my time. Because I said, hey, so your boss pay? He said, my boss don't even know. My boss don't care. But he bought it himself because he says, this is for me. I'm going to do something about this virus, and I'm going to win against this, even though the shop cannot be fully in operation, but I can do this. So honestly, I like people like that. So if you are like that, fill up the form, get my ebook, and also my team will contact you. I want to help you out. I don't like the client that's like always like very negative, always in denial, always thinking this virus will go away. So I don't like this kind. If you are the person that likes to change and wants to change and must change, I want to help you out. Okay, very affordable coaching program. You can ask my coaches what is it all about. But fill up the form first. Fill up the form first. So
okay.
In Tune.
Okay, Lily, what else? What can we do to some of our listeners today? What special package that we can also help to serve our SME today?
Okay, actually, this COVID-19 has also been proven very challenging for us as an outsourcing company. So we are also, change like Hanzo said, change, and then now that's where we have this webinar here today.
Something new.
Okay, so what we are offering is that. What we are offering is this. So there are a few people that I saw that is interested in the cash flow projection. So we are going to offer this. Yeah, can you see? All right. So we are not selling this model. What we are going to do is we are going to have a consultation session with you. Yeah, because if I'm going to give you a tool and then if you have challenges reading the numbers, that doesn't serve the purpose as well. So if you are interested in the cash flow model and you have typed CF, just so within 24 hours, you go and fill up the Google form on the In Tune Facebook. Yeah, In Tune Facebook, we are offering this at 99 ringgit first 10 customers.
Wow.
99. The first 10 customers, first come, first serve basis, or you pay before tomorrow 10 p.m. And then on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, we are going to do this instant cash flow with you via a Zoom session. Okay, this is our first offer. All right, and then just now Alex talked about, if you want to manage your employment costs, cannot simply cut. Later, you're going to get yourself into trouble. So this is what you can do with us. Yeah. So for 1,005 ringgit, from 1,005 ringgit, we are going to guide you through how to do it fairly, how to do it legally. We have a lawyer which is going to be with us and then supporting us in this program, and how to do it in such that even after the MCO, your staff continue to stay with you for the staff that you want to keep. So these are the two things that we are offering. Thank you, Alex.
Okay, let's wrap it up. So yeah, you want to change, you don't know how to change. Some of your sales, you're not really sure how. Go and see Hanzo. Hanzo will be your sales coach. He will guide you. You can even sell chicken online. Okay, that's the thing. If you don't know your number, come and talk to us. We will give you your numbers. We'll tell you where to cut, how to cut. And if you are managing your employee and you don't know how, and this is where we need to support you. We will make it work for you and also for your people, because at the end of the day, this crisis is we need to pull through together. It's about sustainability. It's not about doing a quick fix. It's about evolving. Like what Hanzo said, you got to redesign yourself, do something different. And the pain, know that you are not taking the pain from the right. You're taking the pain to change and to make new things happen, to evolve. So that's what we want to do for you. So our vision is for every SME to become one. Hanzo wants to have 1,000 SMEs, so you better catch in before the 1,000 is up. After the MCU is over, you will be shocked by his fees. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So if you guys want to join me on my Facebook Cantonese version, tonight I'm doing a Cantonese version, 9:45 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to do it with Tony Yap. Tony Yap is an IQI leader, is a property guy, but I'm going to do some sales talk with him. So if you're interested in Cantonese talk, there'll be today at 9:45. Tomorrow, I will also be doing my own Facebook Live at 9 p.m. You can also come back. And I'm doing one with Dato Joey Yap on Saturday at 2 p.m. So he'll be interviewing me with some sales strategies. You can also join us for that. So there will be 3 Facebook Live that we are doing. Oh, we have a testimonials. Kiran McCarry, I'm In Tune client. They helped me claim wage subsidy, which I just received from Tesco. Hey!
Kiran is our hearing aid specialist. So for those who have hearing challenges, go and see Kiran. He has a wonderful product that can make you hear the whole sound of the world all over again.
And Kiran has been
can have hearing tools to shut off nagging or not?
Wow, maybe Kiran can have it as a new product range. We will speak to Kiran. Maybe then you can also have. I think the man would love it.
Can switch off and on. Then doesn't sound switch off.
Correct. It's like, like a Bluetooth earphone. That would be a great one. And then another one, especially for that, the sun shouting. You can put another one.
Okay. Kiran has been a client that follows In Tune for the last 11 years. A very, very loyal client. We have been around only 30 years, but Kiran has been with us for 11 years. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Client.
Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. So please go and like Sales Ninja page book. If you haven't liked our page book, please like. We will send you all relevant information regarding financial. Go and get your sales coach today. Redesign your sales. Come to us for your financial coach. Let us help you. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Make some money, eh? Make some money.
Okay, bye-bye.